Parshat Beha'alotcha. This year is dedicated to the memory of Rachaleah Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. This week, I would like to discuss the conversation between Moshe and his father-in-law Yitro when Moshe attempts to convince Yitro to join the Jewish people into their journey into the land of Israel. So let's begin. We're in chapter 10, verse 29. V'yomer Moshe l'Chovav ben Reuel ha-Midyani, Chosen Moshe. And Moshe said to Chovav, the son of Reuel the Midianite, the father-in-law of Moshe, Nosem anachnu el hamakom asher amar Hashem oto eten lachem. We are traveling to the place that God had told us, I'm going to give it to you. Lacha itanu, come with us. Ve'etavnu lach, and we will do good for you. We will give you things. Ki Hashem diber tov al amo, because God has spoken good about his people. Moshe turns to Yitro and he says, Yitro, we're about to go to the place that God has promised us. What's the place that God has promised us? The land of Israel. And I'm inviting you to join us. Please, come with us. And don't think that if you come with us, you'll lose out. It will also be for your benefit. We will give you good. Just like God is going to be giving, God has spoken good about the Jewish people, so too we will do good to you. You will benefit from journeying with us. Vayomer elav, and he said to him, Lo elech, I will not go. Ki amalarti v'amaladati elech, rather I will go to my land, to my birthplace. Yisro refuses. He says, I'm not going to go with you to the land of Israel. Instead, I'm going to return to my own land. So Moshe responds, Vayomer, and he says, Al na ta'azov otanu, please, don't leave us, don't abandon us. Ki al ken yadata chanotenu bamidbar, because you know where we have camped in the desert, v'hayita lanu le'einayim, and you will be eyes for us. V'haya ki teleich and it will be when you go with us, v'haya hatovahu asher yetiv Hashem imanu, and it will be that good that God is going to be giving us, v'hitabnu lach, and we will also give that good to you. And then we're told, v'yis'u mehar Hashem, and they traveled from the mountain of God, derech shloshet yamim, 3 days, v'aron brit Hashem noseh lefneihem, derech shloshet yamim, lator lahem menucha. And the ark of the covenant of God is traveling before them, a 3-day journey, to scout before them a place to camp. V'anan Hashem alehem yomam, and the cloud of God is upon them during the day, b'nas'am min ha'machaneh, when they traveled from the camp. Okay, so we have a number of questions about this section. Number one, why does Moshe want Yitro to come with them? Initially, Moshe doesn't really give a reason. He just says to Yitro, come with us and you'll benefit. So what exactly is this benefit that Moshe is planning on giving to Yitro? And like I said, why does he want Yitro to come? Our next question is, what are the reasons for Yisro's refusal? Is it in his answer here when he says, no, I'm going to return to my home, to my birthplace? Or can we find the answer somewhere else? Our next question is then Moshe continues to urge him to come along. And he seems to be basically saying the same thing he initially said. He says, Moshe says, please come with us. Yitro says, no. Moshe says, please come with us. And then he does add 2 reasons. Because you know our encampments, and you will be eyes for us. So what does that mean, you know our encampments? Why is that a reason for Yitro to remain with the Jewish people? And what does it mean that Yitro will be the eyes of the people? And then Moshe continues, and he basically repeats what he says before, which is that when you come with us, you will benefit from this journeying, from coming with us. God is going to share with you what he's going to be giving us. So what exactly is this thing that God will be giving the Jewish people that Yitro too will benefit and receive? Now, there is another place where we have a story of Yitro with the Jewish people, and that is in chapter 18 in Shemot in Genesis. There too we have a conversation between Moshe and Yitro. We have Yitro journeying actually to join the Jewish people, and at the end we have Yitro leaving the Jewish people. I would also like to compare those 2 stories and to discuss whether they are one or whether they are 2 different stories. So turn to Shemot, Perek Yudchet, not Genesis, Exodus, chapter 18, we're told there in verse 1, Vayishma Yitro, Kohen Midyan, Choten Moshe, et kol asher asa Elokim leMoshe, u'Yisrael amo. And Yitro, the priest of Midyan, the father-in-law of Moshe, heard everything that God had done to Moshe and to Israel, his people, Ki yotzi Hashem et Yisrael miMitzrayim, because that God had taken the Jewish people out of Israel. Vayikach Yitro choten Moshe Tzipora eshet Moshe. And Yisro, the father-in-law of Moshe, took Tzipora, the wife of Moshe, achar shilucheha, after he had sent her away. Vet shnei banah, and her two sons, asher shem achad Gershom, ki amar ger hayiti be'eretz Nachriah, v'shem achad Eliezer, ki elokei avi bezri ve'atzileni micharef paro. Yisro takes Moshe's wife, Tzipora, he takes his two children, Gershom and Eliezer, and he brings them to the desert. Vayavo Yitro, choten Moshe avanav v'ishto Moshe,